Well, you've all heard it, the biotech myth that feeding billions of people necessitates genetically engineering crops with GMOs. Well, this is said to be debunked now by this nonprofit health organization, Environmental Working Group. They released this report on Tuesday titled Feeding the World Without GMOs. They argue that investments in genetically modified organisms, or GMOs, have failed to expand the global food security. It advocates that more traditional methods showed to actually increase the food supply. They say over the past 20 years, the reports show that global crop yields have only grown 20% with this biotechnology. Now, they say that the more dominant source of yield comes from traditional crossbreeding. The report states that seed companies are the ones that are lining their pockets, and chemical companies, and really the ones that are gaining out of this. Now, after examining all this research, the report shows that the GMOs, primarily corn and soybean, have not substantially contributed to global food security whatsoever, and they're primarily used to feed animals and used in cars, not to feed people. GMO crops in the U.S. are not more productive than non-GMO crops in Western Europe. A recent case study in Africa also found that crops that were crossbred for drought tolerance using traditional techniques, no GMOs, anything like that, just traditional techniques, improved the yields by 30%. That's 30% more than the GMOs did. So they're saying in this report that the proof is in the numbers. You can also look at the global economy. You can look at the situation the United States is in right now. You can look at Russia rejecting GMOs. You can look at China rejecting shipment after shipment of GMOs coming from the United States. You can also look at the United States and the FDA, for those that missed it, that approved genetically modified food. These Arctic apples, I think they're Okanagan. They're labeled Arctic. They don't brown. Yes, those are GMO, and the FDA stamped them here this past month as edible for humans, and I don't think not even a quarter of the population noticed. And that's the facts. I'll leave links with more info. This has been Dabu7. Peace.